Hey everybody, it's Off the Wall. So, I just want to bring this up. Are you at the point where you feel weak, where you feel restricted, where you feel like you don't have the right to speak freely? It's happening to a lot of people. And this is the plan. It's to make you as weak as possible. To make you weak spiritually, mentally, physically, full of anxiety and stress. Not to be able to feel that you can take care of your family and your kids. And the most important thing, as we see all these things unfold, is sometimes it's good to disconnect. Sometimes we have to disconnect. Sometimes we have to step back and say, hey, what's good for me today? Is it good for me to be in this very stressful situation where I feel like there's just so much chaos and nonsense? There's nothing wrong with that. We have to take care of ourselves. Because if you think about it, the weaker they make you mentally, physically, and spiritually, it gives them the upper hand. Because when the time comes, it's going to take everything we got to fight through the good versus the evil. I know that many of you are financially struggling. I'm not going to say that day to day, week to week, that it's always easy. What I will say is that if you continue to prepare, if you continue to think about what it's going to take for you and your family to not just survive, but to thrive through major catastrophes, economical collapse. And I think that we possibly will end up in a lockdown situation. We've seen it before. Will we see it again? I think that the most important thing is to get out there, take the time, do your basic prepping, water and food. I know you hear it time in and time again, but you don't want to starve. And the thing is if they put us in a lockdown, believe it, this time they're not going to come and rescue us. Many people got unemployment and got big, huge checks. It's not going to happen. And if it does, it'll be the way to roll in something else worse on you. It's time to buckle up, buttercup. See, they're worried about the people in the rural areas. It's very hard to control a people in the rural areas that actually can argue with their neighbor one day and the next day be fine and work it out among themselves without violence, without crime. And they worry about that. See, we in the rural areas are self-ruling. We're self-reliant. We're self-sufficient. We rely on our neighbors and our friends more than we rely on the government. If I can give any piece of advice to anyone that has the opportunity to do it, is I would say get out of the cities. The more people that are in the rural areas, the harder the resistance will be. Because they don't like that. They're actually rolling out things for us not to be able to sustain ourselves by planting gardens. What country, what world would think that that would be a good thing? You would think that they would want us to plant our own gardens and have our own animals so that we would be able to take care of ourselves. But that's not the case. They want us to rely on them. They want us to rely on the governments or government. And the only way that we can break through this is to learn the skills. Learn how to forage. Garden, even if you thought you could never garden. I'm the worst gardener ever. But I'll tell you what, I plant stuff and it grows. And I don't take very good care of it. But I do it. And this year we're stepping it up. So you all get to come along this journey of our first major garden for me and dragonflies here on our homestead. We're going to have some battles with the deer and the other critters, but we'll see what kind of harvest we have. And I think that we all need to harvest something. We need to harvest joy, hope, light, love, even when the world feels upside down. This is just a morning message from me to you. Keep on going. And no matter what, don't give up. Do the dang thing and do it now. because your life's going to depend on it. God bless you. From here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. Make it count, people. Forgive often. Love hard. And keep your faith strong. Stay centered. Till I see you again. God bless.